Alright, what's going on? It's the Ape here again. For Joshy, damn it, I think it's 1347 for the life of me. Whatever. I'm using my Droid phone because we're not doing flex issues here, and this takes up a lot of my internet to try to upload these videos. Anyways, this guy. So, boxes, dude. Before you get a box, you need to know what the volume is. The total enclosure volume, what the volume is with the port displacement and the subwoofer displacement, as well, you know, the magnet, how much magnet this space takes up. Let's say this is like a 1 cubic foot box, and this beach ball here is a L715, and we're going to stick it in a 1 cube box. What displacement means is if I stick that in there, you notice there's not much left of the box, right? It's just nothing left. Well, that's why you need after displacement. So if after all is said and done, which the ideal scenario is let's say this is your port, and this takes up a cubic foot of airspace, or displaces a cubic foot of airspace, and then you've got your two, let's say for the sake of the box size, you got two 18s in there now. Those two 18s magnets are going to take up at least a cubic foot, if not a cubic foot and a half. So you've got two 18s that need, 3 cubic feet each, right? So you need, let's see, kicker L7s, there's 0.32 cubic foot displacement. So you need, and the port I think will be about like 3/4 of a cubic foot. So let's say for sake's sake, a cubic foot, 1 1/4 cubic feet displacement. So what that means is you need a box that is 3.5 cubic feet plus. Wait, make sure I say this the right way. You need a box that's 3.5 cubic feet after displacement. That means after you got the speakers and after the port is in there. Otherwise, you get, like I said, you get a box the other way, and you get a 3 cubic foot ported box, and you stick the L715 in it, and then you've got to include the port displacement. You don't end up with a 3 cubic foot box, you end up with like a 2.5 or a 2 cubic foot box. And then you get the higher tuning, i.e. you'd be better off for rock music and faster paced death metal and stuff like that, as opposed to Lil Jon or Ludacris. So when you buy a box, man, 3.5 cubic feet after displacement, after the volume of the port and the volume of the subwoofer and or subwoofers, you've added those up, you need that much cubic feet plus the 3.5 to 4 cubic feet. Oh, and as well, do not put kickers in an enclosure over 5 cubic feet unless you're going to take them off of 1,000 watts. Because of how kickers work, when you put them, I've made this mistake, I put them in 10 cubic foot enclosure, 5 cubic foot chamber sealed. So I had one subwoofer in 5 cubic feet and another subwoofer in 5 cubic feet. I ended up bottoming them out on just 1,000 watts. I was because I was a fucking idiot. Ported, you don't have as much of that infinite baffle problem, but you still don't want to run them at 1,000 if you're going to do, really low, like 5 cubic foot after displacement. You're going to really want to take it down to at least maybe 600, and I'd say at the maximum 750. But remember, after port displacement, you need to get a box that says 3.5 to 4 cubic feet after port and subwoofer displacement. If it doesn't say subwoofer displacement, just figure out what the hell your subwoofer is, which is most often the case. So an L715, like I said, is 0.32 cubic feet each. So when you get a box, if you get the 5 cubic foot box, you'll probably end up actually running probably high 15s, 5 cubic foot. I would say you'd be running around between 28 and 32 hertz, depending on what power level. More efficiently on the lower end. But you're working on ported, so you had a 3.5 cubic foot box. So even after displacement is 3 cubic foot, yeah, you'll be running like real close to 40 hertz, maybe even a little bit higher than 40 hertz on your peak, but it'll still hit low. Trust me, it'll still hit low. But you were talking about a 5 cubic foot. I would go with that if you like rap or just like really, as Kicker claims, bass down to the cellar. I don't like that kind of bass. I like punchy, responsive. Like I like listening to Ludacris and classical music and shit like that. So, hey, everybody, look at my vacuum. Vacuum. All right, man. I hope that helps you out. If you got any more questions, let me know. I can't make you a million videos, but I sure hope that these two will have helped you out. Peace out, and fucking, you better put a video up soon because I want to see this shit you're putting in your car. Hell yeah. Peace.